Well, hey there, Michael Bublé. Congratulations on this new single, Spicy Margarita. It is such an earworm. It's super catchy. It's a tune that you know very, very well. Was there a point at all in the recording process where you almost accidentally sang the original song?
No, and what's getting weirder is now when I have to go do gigs and I got to sing Sway, it's almost impossible for me not to go, "You're my spicy margarita, babe, burn my tongue." It's impossible. Make me say, bum, 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 bum.
It is very different though, I guess, from what we are used to from you. Where does this rank, or where do you kind of place it in your catalogue?
It's my favorite thing that I've ever done, huh? It's one of my favorite songs that I've ever been a part of.
Wow.
Yeah, because I have such deep respect and reverence for the music and the artists that came before me. I always, obviously, I love Frank and Dean and Ella and Louis. And I'm so proud of the fact that we have found a way to take something that is that ancient and to repackage it and reintroduce it to yet another generation. That's what, I've talked to Lady Gaga about this quite a bit. This is what being a keeper of the songbook is finding a way to keep it alive.
It is a surprising collaboration though. Michael Bublé, Jason Derulo. What did you think about those two genres colliding?
This can very easily be really cringy, like super cringy. And I know when we had finished it, we hadn't played it for anybody. And we had said to each other, listen, our biggest issue is going to be people that have an idea of what this is before, when they get the package and they see those two names, it's going to be strange for people. Buble, Derulo, like what? And so we were so sure that we had to keep really individual efforts together. This has to be a Michael Bublé song, Michael Bublé and Derulo, and neither of us should ever cross each other's stream. It was, listen, the first week it was out, and I've had big singles, but never in my life have I had DJs or radio programmers from 4 or 5 different countries. At one point I called Jason and I asked if he'd spoke to them because they all wrote me the same thing. They DM'd me and they said, obsessed. Ryan Seacrest sent me a thing, I'm obsessed with this. Elvis Duran, who is in New York and has a big national video show. And I was like, have they talked? Like, why? And then I realized, I was like, no, Jay, you know what? It's instant. It's so catchy. It's the reason my kids loved it.
Really, they do, because I wanted to ask you about that, how your nearest and dearest have kind of reacted to this.
Weirdly, I have a 1-year-old, and I think some of her first words were, shot, 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 shot. Shot, 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 shot. You're the only one I want.
Well, you obviously have a really good relationship with Jason Derulo, or Jay, as you call him. But was it tricky for you at all ever to not refer to him as Jason Derulo?
It's weird. Of course, I'd heard that, but that I didn't ever.
Never.
I never thought about that. And I know funnier ways to make fun of him. That's too. It would be too easy. And I think it would be the same as him calling me saying like, oh, are you out of the cave for Christmas or something? It would be like way too low hanging fruit. He has way better ways to make fun of me than that.
It's a beautiful day, I can't stop myself from smiling.
On the topic of spicy margaritas though, is it true, I've heard a rumour, I need you to clarify, is it true that you enjoyed a few drinks when you were writing It's a Beautiful Day?
To be really honest, I don't think I've ever made music, written music without being under the influence of whatever. I don't know if it's unlocked anything or it just made it more fun for me. But yes, there's always been an ashtray and a glass of whiskey sitting on a piano, as far as I can remember I wrote a couple of my songs in Australia. I wrote, I think, a song called Lost. I wrote in Melbourne, and I think I wrote something else, and I can't remember which one. But yeah, I don't usually remember the making of it. I just know that. I think it's just because I get more emotional and I'm able to dig a little bit deeper and maybe be less, I want to say insecure, or, that I just sort of allow that, whatever it is, to come out.
Well, Michael Bublé, you're a very busy man, so I really appreciate your time.
Thank you, and thank you for the support, really. I say that on behalf of Jay, too. Thank you so much for helping us.
Very lovely. Lovely man.